Did you ever pause and ask yourself, are the people in your life truly random, or are they meant to cross your path for a reason? Maybe it was a stranger who offered you unexpected kindness, or a friend who caused you deep pain. Could it all be part of something greater? In Buddhist wisdom, there is no such thing as coincidence. Every person we meet, whether it's for a fleeting second or a lifetime, enters our lives with purpose. These connections aren't accidents. They are sacred opportunities. Opportunities to awaken, to reflect, to evolve. In today's video, we're going to dive into the spiritual dimension of human connection. We'll uncover how even the most difficult relationships can serve as mirrors, reflecting back our own wounds, our patterns, and our potential for growth. You'll begin to understand why some souls feel instantly familiar, and why others seem to test you to your very core. So if you've ever asked yourself why a certain person keeps coming back into your life, or what deeper truth might be hiding behind the pain of a breakup or betrayal, this is for you. Stay with me, because after this reflection, you may never view your relationships the same way again. Let's begin with a core teaching in Buddhism. Relationships are never random. Every bond we form, whether it brings us joy, pain, or confusion, is shaped by karma. And karma isn't just some cosmic reward and punishment system. It's the unseen force of cause and effect, where our past and present actions ripple forward, shaping who enters our life and why. Imagine your life as a vast, colorful tapestry. Each thread represents a relationship. Karma is the invisible loom, weaving those threads together with astonishing precision. That friend who feels like home from the first moment? That could be a connection from a past life. That coworker who constantly triggers you? Perhaps a karmic lesson, repeating until it's understood and released. When you look at it this way, relationships become so much more than interactions. They become initiations. Every person reflects something back to us. Our shadows, our strengths, our wounds, and our growth edges. So the next time you catch yourself thinking, why is this person in my life? Try reframing it. What is this person here to teach me? That one shift in perspective can turn even heartbreak, frustration, or conflict into a powerful doorway to inner awakening. Now here's a truth that can change everything. Every relationship in your life is a mirror, not just the warm, comforting ones, especially the difficult ones. The people who light us up and the people who trigger us both serve the same purpose: to reflect something within ourselves that we may not yet fully see. Think about it. Maybe your partner's ability to trust reveals how much you still struggle to open up. Maybe your friend's unwavering loyalty reminds you of your own worth. Or perhaps a toxic relationship painfully highlights where you've been giving away your power time and time again. It's so tempting to point fingers, to get caught in the blame, or to build walls of resentment. But Buddhism invites us to take a different route, one that leads inward. It teaches that our external world is a reflection of our internal state, that every interaction, every joy, every friction, every goodbye is quietly guiding us back to ourselves. Even fleeting moments can hold deep insight. A stranger's unexpected kindness might soften a part of you that's grown too guarded. A heated conflict might expose a wound you've been avoiding for years. So the next time someone stirs something strong in you, stop. Don't rush to judge or react. Ask instead, what is this showing me about myself? Because when you begin to see relationships through this lens, your entire life becomes a living, breathing classroom, and every person you meet becomes a powerful teacher on your path to wholeness. Let's be real. Some relationships don't feel like blessings. They feel like storms. They leave you shaken, questioning everything, maybe even questioning yourself. But in Buddhist philosophy, Even those messy, painful connections aren't viewed as accidents. They're seen as catalysts, forces that stir the soul, break old patterns, and crack us open to deeper truth. Think about that one person who constantly tested your limits, the one who made you feel small, or the one who left when you needed them most. These aren't just emotional wounds. They're spiritual turning points, moments designed not to destroy you, but to awaken you. Just like the lotus blooms only from the mud, our growth often rises from the chaos of emotional pain. It's in that raw space, where the heart aches and the ego resists, that we meet our fears, our unhealthy attachments, and the deep hunger for love and worth. Maybe a toxic connection teaches you how to say no and mean it. Maybe heartbreak finally opens the door to unconditional self-love. Maybe betrayal breaks the illusion of control and points you toward the radical peace of letting go. The wisdom is simple. Don't rush to escape the discomfort. Stay with it. Let it soften you, shape you, show you. Because sometimes the very people who wound us the deepest are the ones unknowingly guiding us home, to truth, to clarity, to awakening. There's a quiet, transformative wisdom in learning to love, without holding on too tightly. In Buddhism, this is the essence of detachment. But let's be clear, detachment doesn't mean apathy. It's not about closing your heart or withdrawing emotion. It's about loving fully, deeply, sincerely, without trying to possess. So often we confuse love with control. We want people to stay. We want them to change. We want them to meet our expectations. But true love, awake love, isn't about clinging. It's about allowing. It's about presence, without pressure. It's showing up with your whole heart while understanding that nothing in this life is permanent, not even the people we hold closest. Maybe you've felt this before, loving someone with everything you have only to watch them drift away. The ache is undeniable, but within that ache is also a profound teaching. Letting go doesn't mean you didn't love them enough. It means you loved them honestly and respected the natural unfolding of the connection. It's like watching a beautiful sunset. You don't chase it or try to hold it in the sky. You simply stand in awe, grateful that you got to witness it at all. When we learn to love without clinging, we create space for ourselves, for others, and for love to evolve into something freer, purer, and more peaceful. So if someone you love is slowly slipping away, breathe. Ask yourself gently, can I love them enough to let them go? That question doesn't weaken love, it elevates it to something sacred. Everything changes. The seasons shift, waves rise and fall, and even the people we hold closest eventually move on. This is the truth of impermanence, a core teaching in Buddhism, and one of the hardest truths to hold when it comes to relationships. We want the beautiful moments to last forever. We cling to the people who make us feel safe, seen, and loved. But the tighter we hold on, the more we suffer, because nothing in this world is fixed. Everything and everyone is in motion. Buddhism teaches that suffering begins where attachment begins, when we try to freeze a moment in time or resist the natural flow of life. But what if, instead of fearing change, we welcomed it? What if we honored impermanence, not as a loss, but as a gentle teacher? Some relationships are meant to walk with us for decades. Others show up for a single season, a burst of joy, a lesson through heartbreak, a fleeting spark that reminds us we're alive. Both are meaningful. Both are sacred. When we accept that relationships have their own rhythm, we stop gripping so tightly. We start loving more freely. We stop chasing forever and begin embracing now. Letting go doesn't mean letting love go. It means holding it differently, with open hands, not clenched fists. It means trusting that what comes, comes for a reason, and what leaves, leaves when its purpose has been served. So the next time someone drifts away from your life, don't resist. Pause. Breathe. Honor the chapter you shared, and trust that their part in your story was exactly as long as it needed to be. So how do we take all of this wisdom and actually live it, right here, in the middle of real life, in the middle of an argument, in the hollow silence after heartbreak, or in the warmth of deep connection? Buddhism doesn't just offer philosophy, it offers practice. Simple, powerful ways to transform the way we relate to others and to ourselves. First, cultivate loving kindness. This means choosing to wish others well. Yes, even the ones who hurt you. It doesn't mean you condone their actions. It means you refuse to carry the weight of resentment. When you offer compassion instead of anger, you are the one who is freed. Second, practice mindfulness. Be fully present with the people in front of you. Listen, not to respond, but to understand. Speak, not to control, but to connect. When your heart is anchored in the present moment, your relationships naturally deepen. Third, embrace forgiveness. Not for them, but for you. Forgiveness doesn't erase what happened, but it removes the hook of pain from your heart. It's how you stop the hurt from growing roots inside you. Fourth, be gentle with yourself. Relationships are messy. Emotions are complex. You won't always get it right. But you're learning. You're growing. Offer yourself the same grace you offer to others. Because here's the deeper truth. Every connection is a teacher. Every person, a mirror. When we bring mindfulness, compassion, and gratitude to those relationships, especially the hard ones, we don't just heal, we elevate. We turn everyday connections into something sacred. And in that space, love becomes not something we get, but something we give, freely, fully, fearlessly. When it's all said and done, relationships aren't really about what we get. They're about what we give. They're not just a collection of stories, of love, loss, joy, or heartbreak. They're sacred encounters, stitched into the fabric of our soul's unfolding journey. Every person we cross paths with, no matter how briefly, leaves something behind. Some challenge us to grow. Some lift us when we've forgotten how to rise. And some, often silently, open doors within us we never knew existed. But through it all, there's one thread that brings it all together: gratitude. When we learn to meet every relationship with all its beauty, all its mess, all its mystery, with a grateful heart, everything changes. We become softer, wiser, more open, more fully human. So right now, take a quiet moment. Think of someone, past or present, who shaped you, who taught you something real. Maybe it was their love. Maybe it was their leaving. Either way, they were a teacher. And the lesson they left you with? That's a gift. Thank you for walking this path with me today. If this message touched your heart, I invite you to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and join us for more reflections grounded in Buddhist wisdom, made to help you grow, heal, and awaken. And always remember this: every connection is sacred when you choose to see it through the eyes of the soul.